Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome. I want to talk to you today about a quiet space some of you may inhabit. It's the space of fewer friends. Maybe you look around sometimes and see bustling social circles and wonder, is there something wrong with me? Let me tell you this, right now often, that spaciousness in your social world isn't a sign of lack. It can be a sign of a different kind of depth. If you find yourself with few or no friends, you likely possess some rare and profoundly powerful traits, and recognizing them can be your first step toward embracing your own unique path. First, you have a low tolerance for inauthenticity. Your spirit isn't fed by small talk or surface-level connections. You crave conversations that mean something, that delve into dreams, fears, and truth. You'd rather have a quiet evening with your own thoughts than force a smile in a room full of chatter that feels empty. This isn't antisocial, it's pro-real. You are waiting for the real thing, and that is a magnificent standard to hold. Second, you are highly independent and self-sufficient. You don't look for others to complete you or to fill your time. You know how to be alone with yourself, to enjoy your own company, to solve your own problems. This can be intimidating to others who aren't as comfortable in their own skin. Your independence isn't a wall, it's a fortress of self-knowledge, and that is a rare and beautiful thing. Third, you are deeply observant and thoughtful. You are the one who watches, who listens, who absorbs the room. You process life at a different depth. While others are quickly moving from event to event, you are reflecting, considering, and feeling deeply. This thoughtful pace can make the rapid-fire exchange of large social groups feel overwhelming and unsatisfying. Your mind is a rich landscape, and it sometimes requires quiet to explore. Fourth, you value quality over quantity in every sense. You understand that one connection that aligns with your soul is worth more than 100 convenient acquaintances. You aren't collecting friends. You are hoping to find allies of the heart. This selective nature means your circle stays small, because you are waiting for the people who can truly meet you in that space of quality. You are curating a life, not just filling a calendar. And fifth, you are likely on a path of significant personal growth. When we are transforming, healing old wounds, discovering new truths about ourselves, changing our lives, the people from our past chapter don't always fit. You may have outgrown certain relationships, and the new ones that match the person you are becoming haven't yet arrived. This space between chapters can feel lonely, but it is sacred ground. It means you are evolving, and that is always a sign you are living your life. So, if you see yourself in these traits, I want you to take a deep breath. I want you to see the power in your posture. You are not missing out. You are tuning in to a deeper frequency. Your journey may be quieter, but it is no less vibrant. It may be more solitary, but that is where some of the greatest seeds are planted. Use this time. Nurture these rare traits. That intolerance for what's fake, it's your compass toward what's real. That independence, it's your foundation. That thoughtful depth, it's your gift. That desire for quality, it's your standard. That personal growth, it is your purpose. And know this, the world needs people who operate from this depth. The right people, the few, the true, the real, will be drawn to the light of your authenticity. They will find you. And until they do, my dear, be the very best friend you can be to yourself. Let us begin by holding a compassionate space for a feeling many know, but few speak of with kindness. That quiet pang you might feel when scrolling through a feed of gathered friends, or witnessing an easy camaraderie you simply do not have. That subtle question that whispers in a still moment, is it me? The immediate assumption our culture often makes is one of lack. It suggests you are missing something. That your social landscape, with its spacious valleys and quiet hills, is somehow barren. But what if we turned that notion entirely on its head? What if we considered that this very spaciousness is not an empty field, but a carefully tended garden, a garden that requires a specific and rare climate to flourish? Your social world is not sparse by accident. It is selective by design, And that design is often drawn from a profound inner blueprint. The first stroke on that blueprint is perhaps the most powerful. It is a deep, almost physical intolerance for inauthenticity. Your spirit, your very soul, is not nourished by the thin soup of small talk. It starves on a diet of pleasantries and predictable exchanges about weather or traffic. You crave the hearty meal of real conversation. You long to discuss ideas that shimmer with possibility. You want to explore fears that hide in the shadows. You yearn to share dreams that feel too fragile for bright light. When others are trading anecdotes, you are listening for the truth beneath the words. This is not you being difficult or aloof. This is you being profoundly honest. You are like a sophisticated instrument finely tuned to a specific frequency. The static of pretense and performance is not just annoying. It is jarring. It is a dissonant note in a symphony you are trying hard to hear. So you will often choose the quiet company of your own thoughts. You will select the silence of a good book, or the solace of a long walk over the energetic noise of a gathering that promises connection, but delivers only distraction. This choice is frequently misunderstood. It can be labeled as shyness or arrogance, but in its purest form, it is neither. It is integrity. It is the courageous decision to honor your own need for substance. You would rather have one conversation in a lifetime that touches the core of who you are than 1,000 that merely brush the surface of who you are expected to be. This trait, this beautiful, demanding standard, acts as a powerful filter. It sifts through the loose sand of casual acquaintance to find the occasional solid gold of genuine connection. It means many people pass through your life without leaving a mark, but it also ensures that those who do stay, those rare few, have the depth to truly see you. They have earned their place by being real. So this seeming lack of friends is, in its earliest origin, a testament to your commitment to what is real. It is the foundation, the first and most important rare trait that explains the peaceful, if sometimes lonely, landscape of your life. You are not waiting for anyone. You are waiting for the right ones. And that patience, born from a love of authenticity, is where your unique journey begins. Let us now turn our attention to a second pillar of strength that shapes your social world. This is the formidable trait of profound independence and self-sufficiency. It is essential to understand this not as a wall you have built against others, but as a deep, internal wellspring from which you draw your water. Where many people look outward to their circle for validation, for distraction, for a sense of identity, you have cultivated the ability to look inward. You are the companion you keep on quiet evenings. You are the counsel you seek in moments of doubt. You are the entertainment you find in your own curious mind. This is a remarkable form of wholeness. It means you do not approach relationships from a place of neediness or lack. You do not seek friends to fill a void within yourself, because you have been diligently doing the work to fill it with your own spirit. You come to any potential connection as a complete person, offering companionship from a place of abundance, rather than pleading for it from a place of scarcity. This very completeness, however, can become a subtle, unspoken challenge in the social arena. For in a world where so much casual friendship is built upon mutual need, the need to be included, the need to pass the time, the need for reassurance, your quiet contentment with your own company can be quietly unsettling to others. It does not follow the usual script. Your peace whispers a question that some are not ready to hear. What if I, too, could be enough for myself? This independence often manifests as a powerful problem-solving instinct. When faced with a challenge, your first impulse is not to pick up the phone and spread the worry. It is to sit with the problem, to dissect it with your own intellect, to navigate your own emotional landscape, and to search your own soul for the solution. You trust your own resilience. You have a history with yourself of getting through difficult times, and that history has built a fortress of self-reliance. While this is an incredible personal asset, it can inadvertently create distance. The constant, reciprocal exchange of help and cleaning is a common social glue. By not immediately participating in that economy, you can seem removed, as if you are on a platform of your own making, watching the flow of dependency from a serene distance. But please, see this clearly. This is not arrogance. It is the quiet dignity of self-possession. Your fortress is not meant to keep people out. It is the stronghold you have built for your own spirit through seasons of life that required you to be your own hero. It is the library of your own experiences, the workshop of your own skills, the sanctuary of your own peace. And because it is so well furnished and familiar, you feel no pressing urge to abandon it for just any invitation. You will only step out to meet someone in the open field if their call seems worthy of leaving such a cherished inner home. This trait means your social connections are never about utility. They are never transactional. You do not need someone to fix you or to complete you. Therefore, any friendship you choose is an act of pure choice, an elective affinity of spirit. It is a deliberate decision to share the view from your fortress window with another trusted soul. This makes your potential for friendship incredibly deep and incredibly rare. Your circle may be small because you are not looking for tenants to occupy empty rooms within you. You are listening for a harmonious voice that complements the rich and self-sufficient song you are already singing to yourself. Let us now explore the rich inner landscape that shapes your external world. This is the realm of the deep observer, the thoughtful processor, the one for whom life is not merely experienced, but absorbed and contemplated. Your mind operates with a different rhythm, a more deliberate and penetrating tempo. While the social world often spins on a surface-level axis of quick exchanges and rapid transitions from topic to topic, you are listening for the echo. You are watching for the subtle gesture that reveals an unspoken truth. You are absorbing not just the words someone says, but the texture of the silence between them. This creates a profound richness in your inner life, a tapestry woven with threads of reflection, analysis, and deep feeling. You do not simply pass through an experience. You take it within yourself. You turn it over in the quiet workshop of your mind, examining its facets, considering its meaning, and connecting it to the larger narrative of human understanding. This beautiful, intricate process of internalization is your native language. It requires space. It requires stillness. It requires a kind of cognitive and emotional breathing room that the bustling, noisy environment of typical group socialization simply does not provide. The rapid-fire ping-pong of party chatter, the relentless momentum of a packed social calendar, can feel to you like trying to savor a complex piece of music while standing in the middle of a marching band. It is overwhelming not because you are fragile, but because your instrument of perception is so sensitive, so finely calibrated to receive subtler signals. You are built for depth of field, not for speed. Consequently, what others might label as socializing can often feel, to you, like a series of interruptions to your train of thought, a fragmentation of your deeper concentration. You are not antisocial. You are deeply social in a way that yearns for resonance, rather than resonance's loader, simpler cousin, repetition. You crave conversations that have weight, that travel to the root of things, that are willing to dwell in ambiguity and complexity. The ordinary social script, designed for ease and efficiency, can feel like a superficial dance on a floor beneath which you know there are entire caverns waiting to be explored. This thoughtful nature means your contributions are rarely off the cuff. They are often measured, considered, and rich with the insight that only reflection can provide. In a fast, moving conversation, this can make you seem hesitant or detached, when in reality you are engaging at a level of depth that the pace does not allow to surface. You are the person who, long after a gathering has ended, is still pondering a remark made in passing, uncovering its layers of meaning. This trait is a gift of immense value, though it does not always facilitate a wide circle of friends. It functions as a natural filter, attracting those few who also speak the language of depth and patience, and gently parting ways with those who thrive only on the swift and the superficial. Your social world is quieter, because your internal world is so eloquently loud. The friendships that do take root in this soil, however, are extraordinary. They are based on a mutual recognition of this depth, a shared willingness to pause, to ponder, and to truly see one another beyond the facade. Your observant nature means you notice what others miss, and your thoughtful heart means you care about what you have seen. This combination does not lend itself to a crowded room, but to the intimate, sacred space where two complex souls can finally lower their guards, having sensed in each other a similar commitment to something more real than mere noise. Now, we arrive at a principle that guides your entire approach to human connection, a principle that reframes what others might see as scarcity into your own personal philosophy of abundance. You are a curator of quality. In a world that often confuses the volume of noise for the value of the signal, you possess a fundamental understanding that one true, resonant voice is worth infinitely more than a chorus of pleasant echoes. This is not a compromise you have made. It is a standard you uphold. Your heart and your spirit are not interested in collecting acquaintances, as if they were mere social credentials to be tallied. You are not building an audience. You are listening, intently and patiently, for allies of the soul. This creates a very different social architecture. Where many people construct wide, bustling networks, you are patiently crafting a sanctuary. Every potential connection is weighed not against loneliness, but against this sacred standard of genuine alignment. You ask silent, profound questions that have little to do with convenience or proximity. Does this person touch something real in me? Do our spirits speak in a compatible language? Is there a mutual capacity for vulnerability and truth? This selective nature is the very essence of your integrity in relationships. It means you would rather have an empty chair at your table than fill it with someone whose presence requires you to make yourself smaller, quieter, or less authentic. You understand at a bone-deep level that a wrong connection is more draining than no connection at all. It is a subtraction of your energy, a dimming of your light. So you choose the peaceful clarity of your own company over the exhausting performance that a mismatched friendship so often demands. This discernment is frequently mislabeled as pickiness or elitism, but in its truest form, it is a profound form of respect. It is respect for your own time, which is the currency of your life. It is respect for your own journey, which is too significant to clutter with distracting detours. And, perhaps most beautifully, it is a respect for the awesome potential of a real friendship. You are holding a space, pristine and open, for the kind of connection that deserves to blossom there. You are refusing to clutter that space with anything less. This is why your social circle remains intimate. You are not failing to socialize. You are succeeding at a different, more intentional mission. You are editing the narrative of your life to include only those characters who truly matter to the plot. The process is slow. It cannot be rushed or forced. It requires the patience of a gardener who knows that the most precious blooms take the longest to root and the most specific conditions to thrive. You are that gardener, tending to your inner landscape, trusting that the right companions will appear when the season is correct and the soil is ready. The friendships that do emerge from this careful curation are, by their very nature, extraordinary. They are built on a foundation of mutual recognition rather than mere circumstance. They are resilient because they were chosen with deep care, not fallen into by accident. They are nourishing because they exist in that rare atmosphere of total acceptance you have always required. So your quiet social world is not an empty room. It is a gallery waiting for masterpieces. It is a stage set for a profound and meaningful play. You have not shut the door. You have simply decided, with wisdom and courage, that the door opens only for those who have earned the key. And in a world of endless, fleeting contacts, that decision makes you not lonely, but rare. Now we come to perhaps the most powerful and transient of all these traits. A space that is not a permanent residence but a sacred and necessary passage. You are likely walking the fertile, if sometimes lonely, ground of significant personal growth. This is not a static condition of having few friends, but a dynamic and courageous process of becoming. Consider the metaphor of the caterpillar in the chrysalis. It is a solitary state. It is a quiet, internal transformation, where everything that was familiar is breaking down and being reconstituted into something entirely new. The old form, the caterpillar, had its companions in the leafy world. But the butterfly being forged in that silent chamber cannot yet invite others in, for the work is too intimate, too vulnerable, and too profound. This is where you may find yourself. You have outgrown the skin of a former life. The friendships that once fit a previous version of you. The you who held certain beliefs, tolerated certain dynamics, or operated from an unhealed place, now feel constricting. Like a garment that is suddenly too small, those relationships may pinch and limit your movement. This is not a betrayal of the past, it is a honoring of your future. You are shedding, and in that shedding, you create a space between chapters. The people from your past chapter may still be dear, but they cannot fully accompany you into the new landscape you are entering, because they are not undergoing the same metamorphosis. Their calls may echo from a shore you have gently sailed away from. Simultaneously, the new companions who will recognize and resonate with the person you are becoming have not yet arrived. They are out there, perhaps on their own journeys of transformation, moving toward a frequency you are only just beginning to broadcast. This in-between space, this sacred ground, is often misinterpreted as isolation. In reality, it is the incubation room of your highest self. It is where you are doing the hard, holy work of healing old wounds, questioning inherited scripts, and discovering truths that are authentically your own. Your energy, which once might have been scattered across a wide social field, is now fiercely concentrated inward. You are building a new foundation, and construction sites are rarely bustling with party guests. They are places of focused labor. This period demands your full attention. Every ounce of emotional and intellectual capacity is being invested in your own evolution. To engage in the maintenance of old, draining friendships or the frantic pursuit of new ones would be to divert precious resources from this critical project. You have instinctively prioritized the architecture of your own soul over the decoration of your social calendar. So this apparent loneliness is, in fact, a profound commitment. It is the silence of the artist's studio before the masterpiece is revealed. It is the hush of the theater before the curtain rises on a new act. You are between scenes, and the audience of your old life cannot yet see the set for the next one. This trait explains why your social circle is not just small, but transitional. It is being pruned by the very forces of your growth. The loneliness you may feel is not a void, but a growing pain. It is the H of expansion. Trust this process. The friendships that will come, the right ones, will not be for the person you were. They will be for the person you have fought to become. They will meet you on this new ground, recognizing in you a depth and a clarity that was forged in this very solitude. Your journey is moving at the pace of your transformation, and that, my dear, is the only timeline that matters. If you see your own reflection in these rare traits, this demand for what is real, this fortress of self-sufficiency, this thoughtful depth, this curation of quality, this sacred ground of growth, then I want you to hear me clearly. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are not missing a piece that everyone else has found. You are on a different path, a path that values meaning over noise, essence over appearance, and the profound journey of one over the casual company of many. Your quiet world is not an empty room. It is a sanctuary you have been building. It is a library of your own thoughts, a studio for your own spirit, a chapel for your own evolving truth. And sanctuaries are not meant to be crowded. They are meant for those who speak in whispers and understand the language of silence. The world will often shout its definitions of success at you. It will measure life in followers, in invitations, in the roaring approval of the crowd. But you are learning to measure it in peace, in integrity, in the quality of the light within your own four walls. Do not mistake this spaciousness in your life for emptiness. It is the very condition that allows your rare and beautiful spirit to breathe, to expand, to become. The right people, the few, the true, the real, are not repelled by this depth in you. They are drawn to it, like a beacon. Your authenticity signals across the distances, and it will guide to your shore those rare travelers who are also navigating by the stars, not the drifting currents. So, use this time, this precious and purposeful season. Be the very best friend you can be to that profound soul within you. Nurture these traits, for they are not burdens. They are your superpowers. Trust the timing of your life. Trust that you are not being prepared for a crowded party, but for connections of breathtaking significance. You are not alone in your aloneness. You are, in fact, in the company of the most important person you will ever meet, the person you are becoming.